Hello and welcome to the Affidavit of Support I-864 Joint Sponsor Tutorial. What is the purpose of the Affidavit of Support I-864 Joint Sponsor Form? This form is to help the USCIS process your application/petition in the Adjustment of Status packet. You will need an Affidavit of Support from your sponsor. As we discussed before, this form can be kind of tricky depending on your income. If your annual income is insufficient, you are going to want to get a joint sponsor to fill out Form I-864 along with your I-864 form. Please read through the poverty guidelines before starting the Affidavit of Support to see if you need a joint sponsor. Let's get started. Okay, first thing, go to your browser and type in uscis.gov. And we're going to go to Forms, and we're going to go to I-864 form. We're going to click the PDF, and we're going to download it to our desktop. So let's click OK. We're going to drag the browser down and drag it onto our desktop. Get out of the browser and double click it. Now let's resize. Also, we can also resize the PDF, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of that right sidebar. Adjust it to 100% and then full screen it so we can read it better. So start here. It says Part 1, Basis for Filing Affidavit of Support. We're going to type in Ernest Ray Doe. This is the dad that is helping sponsor. He's the joint sponsor, helping sponsor because the son is not making above poverty guidelines. So now we're going to go to line 1D. I am the only joint sponsor. Check that box if you are the dad or someone who is helping. And then we're going to do Part 2, information about the principal immigrant. So Doe Jane Garcia, that is who he is sponsoring. And then we're going to go again to the mailing address, 5073 Arch Street. And then on line 2D, city or town, we are going to type in Dearborn. Okay, now we're going to do state, and that will automatically put in row 2I, the country, USA, and then we're going to go to 2F on that line and type in the zip code, and we are going to scroll down to the next part. So Part 2, information about the principal immigrant continued. This is, again, about the immigrant, so type in where the character is from, the Philippines. We're going to do the date of birth for that character, or for that person. Okay, so 07/25/1987. Okay, and we're going to type in the alien number as well here. Okay, so type in the alien number. You should already have that. The daytime telephone number as well. And then Part 3, information about the immigrant you are sponsoring. I am sponsoring the principal immigrant named in Part 2. Yes, you are sponsoring that person. Okay? So then we're going to take a look down here. All right. And then Part 3, information about the immigrants you are sponsoring continued. Relationship to the immigrant, we don't need to do anything. But we're going to go down to row 28. And it's asking how many people we are sponsoring. Oh, sorry, we're gonna do the full name first. Sorry, Doe is the last name, Ernest is the first, and then we're gonna in row 1C we're gonna do Ray. Okay, now in row 28 we're gonna type in the person we are sponsoring. So we're gonna put 1 there. Okay, and then sponsor's mailing address. We're gonna once again type in the address where we currently live, or where the dad currently lives. Now, in this instance, in this case, the son is living under the dad's roof, so they live in the same house. Okay, so that's why both addresses are the same. So it says 5073 Arch Street, and then the city or town on 2D is Dearborn, and the state is Washington, USA. So we're going to continue to scroll down. You see ones in 1 and 2 on the right hand side. We'll get there in a second. We're going to go to 5, other information. Country of domicile, USA is where we're from, or where the father is from. And then line 6, the father's date of birth, so 09, 07, and then we have 1965. Okay, and then city or town of birth. So we have Dearborn, state or province of birth. Washington is where we are from, or where he is from. Country of birth, USA. And then social security number, we're going to put that there as well. Also, citizenship or residency, which I'm going to get to right now really quickly before I type in the soc. It says on row 11A, I am a U.S. citizen. So click that. Now we'll do the soc. Okay. So you can also see on row 8, it says there are 2 people. No, we're not in the military. It's on 14, so quickly hit no. If you're in the military, hit yes. Okay, so back to the ones. This has to do with who we're sponsoring, yourself. If you're married, put 1 on line 3. If you have children or dependents that you're taking care of, put the number that is applicable to you. We have 3, or he has 3, so he's going to put 3. Then you need to add them together. So the household size is 6, and you can put that down on line 8. Okay. Now, part 6, sponsors employment and income. I am currently employed as engineer. Okay. And then on line 1A1, name of employer. So Dearborn Factory. We do not have a second job. We are not self-employed or retired, so we don't need to fill those out. We can just kind of go down, and we're going to put on line 2, my current individual annual income is $50,000. That's how much the dad makes. Under line 3, we're going to put none. We're not using any income from people within the household. Okay. We're going to type it once again. The total of the annual income. My current annual household income under line 15 is $50,000. 16. Please read that and make sure you understand it. Check it if it applies to you. Okay, we're going to go down now, and we're going to go to the most recent tax years. So it is 2015, so we're going to type in 2015 for the first most recent tax year, 2014 for the year before, and then the year before that, 2013. So just type in your total annual income. For 15, we had 45,000. For 14, we had 35,000. And for 2013, we had 33,000. Okay, and then on line 20, I was not required to file a federal income tax return. So check that box. Make sure it applies to you and read that. Okay. Now we're going to go down to part 7. If you have assets, like before, you need to put those in there. It is very important that you do so. In this case, the dad does not have any assets, so we do not need to fill anything out. Line 1A, I can read and understand English. Check that box under sponsors statement. Okay, we didn't have any interpreters, so we don't need to put anything there. We are going to go now down to part 8. Okay. And we're going to go to sponsors contact information. So once again, put the sponsors, the dad's daytime telephone number, the daytime mobile number, and enter his email address. Okay. And then sponsor's signature. So once you print this out and you save it and print it out, you can sign it. We're going to put the date before we do that though, so 04/14/2016. Okay, so yes, just remember, don't forget to sign this after you print it out. Okay. All right, really quickly, we're going to scroll down, and I want to just explain a quick thing really quickly. So this is obviously, if you have an interpreter, we don't have that. If you have a lawyer on part 10, which we do not, you're going to put none if you do not have a lawyer. If you do, he's going to put the information there, and you don't need to worry about that most likely. So just remember, part 10, put none. You do not have any help or lawyers that helped you with this form. okay? And then in part 10 continued, you're going to write the preparer's mailing address. We're just going to put none. The last one, we didn't even put anything there because we put none in the very, very beginning. So part 11, it already has Del Ernest Ray on 1A, 1B, and 1C. That's already been inputted there. So really, this is page 12, and we're done. So congratulations. This is filling out the form for I-864, Affidavit of Support for the joint sponsor.